Darlings, it's Mummy, Sybil Bruncheon, and I'm coming to you live from Cherry Grove here on Fire Island. And it's the end of September. This is the last Sunday in September of 2019. And it's only 3 in the afternoon, but you can see by the quality of light that it is definitely fall. Fall is here. The sun is coming in from the side. And look at this walk. You can see completely that it's not at all the way it was a month ago. Now, for those of you that watch Mummy's Tour-ettes, you'll know that I haven't been here for almost 4 weeks now. So I entrusted my garden and the house to friends who watered and kept watch over it, and they did the best they could. And things are looking okay. It's not groomed, it's not swept. You can see leaves everywhere on the floor, on the ground, on the deck, and you can see that things haven't been deadheaded at all. Some things have flourished in the cooler weather and at the end of the season, and some things have sort of gotten exhausted, and that's the way nature goes. These scaviolas are definitely wilted, but you can see that it's not stopping the bees from enjoying themselves everywhere. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bees in there, busy as can be. I'm glad that the scaviola are a source of pleasure for them, even in this wilted state. And I want to just point out that we also have a visitor here who is waiting. Oh, even the butterflies and the moths are coming by. I just want to show you this. Can you see who's in there? Look, looking right into the camera. Oh yeah, she is definitely watching. And I just hope that we don't have a Wild Kingdom episode here in which the lion catches the antelope or the the praying mantis catches the bee. Look how, my God, even different species, they're all hovering in here. They're not afraid of Mummy at all, and Mummy is not afraid of them. I love bees, and if I've ever been stung in my life, it's my fault, not theirs. I'm hoping we're not going to see like praying mantis kills bee in front of Mummy's Tourette audience. That would be such a downer, wouldn't it? Anyway, well, there she is, and she's lovely. She's brown the way they are at the end of the season. She's not fresh and minty green the way they are in the spring. Anyway, there's the scaviola. Look at this, apropos of things sort of running their cycle. I left the bachelor buttons had run their course, and yet look at this. There's dead branches and then 3 new buds. Who knows? The geraniums are hysterical. Look at this. I wasn't here to deadhead them at all, and they flourished. I don't know what happened to them. I think the cooler weather was nice to them. Look how ragged they are, and yet it's almost like they expected Mummy to come back, and they said, we'd better try hard because she'll be very cross with us if we don't. These are liatris, or gay feathers. These are the purple ones. Look how they're all going to seed now. You can see that they're all like... Look, they're all fuzzy and ready to send their seeds everywhere. Montauk daisies, they're getting ready to bloom. As a matter of fact, some of them are trying right now. My woolly thyme is doing well. The miniature morning glory is lovely. The yarrows are abundant in this. They didn't bloom so much, but they certainly are leafing beautifully. I can't get over the geraniums. I just think it's hysterical the geraniums would be that healthy. Look at the ageratums. No deadheading there, and yet they're looking wonderful. The lavenders are so heavy that they've fallen over everything else and they're swamping everything. The salvias, everything. The coleus have run riot. They're like a jungle. Boy, if you're not here to trim them back, they just take over everything. And apparently caterpillars are eating my wonderful heuchera. Look at this. No one here to deadhead the New Guinea impatiens, flourishing. My lavender in the pot, doing well. And look at fleabane. Unbelievable. The fleabane is just fabulous. My gazanias, look at this. I wasn't here to deadhead them for 3 weeks. No one has been attending them. And look at them. They don't even look real. They look totally fake. My wonderful balloon flowers have run their course. But look, asters, these little star aster things, they've bloomed finally. More fleabanes. These are verbenas, purple tops, and they're a very tall, stiff verbena. I can't recommend them enough. They may be perennials, but they also self-seed. I'm hoping they're going to come back next year. I'm telling you right now, this pot is going to be this again, fleabanes and the purple tops. I'm going to label this pot and make sure that's what they are. My lobelias died all over the place, but look, the creeping zinnias. Doing so well, beautifully well. Those need a little water today, but they'll be fine. Blue-eyed grass, lovely. I don't know what that leaf is, but it's brilliant. Look at these lobelias. Completely came back. Uh, Whatever this plant was, it ran its course. It flowered and was beautiful, and it's gone by. But it comes back every year. And look at this. I have to find here another scaviola. I wonder if there's a praying mantis in there as well. They always jump out and surprise Mummy. It's a little scary. I can't remember what this is, but this is a perennial that comes back every year, and I adore it. This is the end of the Veronicas. Um, and the hens and chicks are not doing well, but I'm going to work on them next year. And then the Calabrocoa, it's weird. The purple ones in this one died, and the white ones in that one died. Look at these spider webs. Those are terrifying. I don't know what's lurking in there. And then, lantana, I don't know. I just don't have the gift. I'm gifted in other things, but not in that. The Mexican gold, okay. This thing came back. There's some weeds. I mean, look at how the weeds sprouted. My triumph and my, I mean, I'm not going to play favorites because I love my lavenders. Shh, they're all listening. I have to be very careful. But I must tell you, my triumph and I simply adore this plant, and it was an interloper, as you all know. This is the bladder campion, right here, and right there. And that's also called maiden's tears. It is a wildflower and a ground cover that snuck in this pot several years ago with another plant, and I bought it for the other plant, and this was growing at the base of it, just a few sprigs, and I thought, well, that's pretty, let's see what happens. And it not only were the leaves beautiful, but then the flowers started coming out, and they were charming. And year after year, it survived winters when even the main plant that was in that pot did not. And lo and behold, last year, the seeds went to the pot next door, which is what this pot was, and look what came up this spring. So I'm going to tuck these away, as I always do, in the corner, along with other things that need to be sheltered. And I'm hoping that my Maiden's Tears bladder campions will be back every year, because everyone who comes through the garden says, oh, what is that? I'm telling you, if you have a rock garden, you should buy these and have them. And if you can't find them, call me and I will mail some of these little seed pods to you, and you can plant Mummy's own bladder campions in your garden as well. Gazanias, totally an annual in this neck of the woods, but I'm going to have them again next year. I simply adored them. They were wonderful. Imagine coming back and finding them, even with weeds. Look at that, crabgrass is in there, and that thing over there, chickweed or whatever that is. Yes, there's weeding and leaves to be raked and swept and things to be cleaned and things to be deadheaded. But this is my garden when I was gone. And I am very, very, very impressed, and I'm rather fond of all of you. I think you all did. Look at those moths. All right, get a room. It's ridiculous. Yes, there. Go behind the purple tops. All right. I said go behind the purple. Good heavens, they insist. Anyway, the garden did okay. This garden did okay, and I'm very, very impressed. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think we're going to have a disaster here. Look. Yeah, this. Mummy's praying mantis is definitely watching. Oh dear. Definitely watching. And the bees seem to just be so busy they're not noticing. Well, I can't be a lifeguard in my scaviola. I just can't. At some point, nature is going to have to run its course, and I'm just going to have to be okay about it. All right, darlings, I'll talk to you later. And I think the lesson that we always have to remember, and Mummy always tries to remember herself, and it's very hard, is to be present, to be mindful, and to be grateful. Because everything that you are seeing and smelling and touching and tasting and holding and cherishing and loving is borrowed. It's only borrowed.